Assalamu alaikum. Formally, welcome to another class, lecture number 25. Nothing special here today. What is the brief revision? You know that we are doing balancing of chemical equation by error and trial method. This is also called inspection method. Inspection method. Okay? So I told you something about it yesterday. So the topic is balancing of chemical equation, and we'll start now. Balancing of chemical equation. Okay? And where we ended yesterday, that we had carbon dioxide reaction. I was asking you about this one. How many carbons on left? Just one. How many carbons on left? Just one. So carbons are balanced over here. How many oxygen on the left side? 2. How many oxygen on the right hand side? 2. So everything is balanced here. Here we have 1 carbon, 2 oxygens. 1 carbon, 2 oxygens. So we'll write here that this equation is already balanced. Means there is no need to bring any change in it. Okay? Look at the board. C6H12O6. Most of you already know it. It's the chemical formula of glucose. A molecule of glucose, 6 carbons, 12 hydrogens, 6 oxygen. 1 molecule means 1 mole. Okay, it's a 1 molecule. If I write here 3, it means 3 molecules of glucose now, or 3 moles of glucose. Now if I ask, how many carbons are here right now? So you will have to multiply this 3 by 6. 3 6 are 18. 3 12 are 36. 3 6 are 18. So what have we learned yesterday? That the coefficient which is written over here, it should be multiplied with the subscript of the formula. 3 6 are 18, 3 12 are 36, 3 6 are 18. All right? And another revision. Suppose we have I gave this example yesterday. Two aluminium, 3 sulfurs, 3 4s are 12 oxygens. Right now, what is the situation? Aluminium 2, sulfur 3. Why is it 3? Because sulfur is written inside the bracket. And what is the bracket number outside the bracket? 3. So you should multiply over here. We know it. 3 4s are 12. If the same is written like this, and it's written here like 2. Then how many ammoniums? Obviously this number must be multiplied. 2 2s are 4. Okay. Now sulfur. What is the subscript here? 1. So you will multiply 2 ones are 2 and then this number 3 are 6. 2 ones are 2 and then 2 threes are 6. And finally the oxygen. What will you multiply? 2 by this subscript and then by the next number. So it will become 2 fours are 8, 8 threes are 24. Revision. If you paid attention yesterday, if you revised the lecture yesterday, then it is easier for you. Otherwise, you will have 100% difficulty. Okay? If you are understanding it 50 or 60%, it's fine, it's okay, no problem at all. It's a new topic and it's not a common topic, it's a typical topic. You have to pay a lot of attention over here. And how will you increase your understanding percentage? Just by practice. Okay? So with this revision, we are proceeding to the next. Suppose we have another equation like carbon monoxide is reacting with oxygen forming carbon dioxide. I told you that this is the question. You are not supposed to write in the question as per board's requirement. So we are going to rewrite again. Take a pencil and start balancing it. Carbon on left side, 1. Carbon on right side, 1. So there isn't any any difference in carbons. How many oxygen on left side? 2 and 1. 3 oxygen on the left side. How many oxygen on the right side? 2. Okay? Let me clarify you one more thing over here. Suppose we have a question like this. Oxygen is converting into ozone. It's incomplete. We'll do after that one. Oxygen molecule in the upper atmosphere is converting into O3. O3 is called ozone. Is it a balanced equation? Obviously it's not. We have how many oxygen on the left side? 2. How many oxygen on the right side? 3. Now here comes a point. If you see 2 consecutive numbers like 4 and 5, like 3 and 4, like 2 and 3, okay, then multiply them by a crisscross method. What does it mean? The 3 would be written over here, 2 would be written over here. They will exchange their coefficients. So what does it mean? It means, what's the coefficient here? 3. If I multiply, what's the coefficient here? 2. Now how many oxygen on the left side? 3 to the 6. How many oxygen on the right side? 2 to the 6. So what is the point to be noted here? If you see any 2 consecutive numbers, like 2, 3, like 3, 4, like 4, 5, then transform their coefficients. Like we have 2 and 3. So 3 I wrote over here and 2 I wrote over there. There is another way. In that way, without seeing, in the first step, multiply by 2 and then balance it. So I repeat, consecutive numbers, you have to multiply their coefficients. 3 would come over here, 2 would come over here. Now 3 to the 6 oxygen, 2 to the 6 oxygen. Look at the board, this one. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 oxygens. 2 oxygens. So 3 and 2 consecutive numbers. So 2 should be multiplied over from this side, 3 on that side. Or you can do it by another method, as I told you. How many oxygens? 2 plus 2. 2 oxygens, 2 oxygens. How many? 4. 2 to the 4. How many carbons? 2 carbons, 2 carbons. This one is little bit different. I repeat, it was like this. Look at the board. One carbon, carbon balance, but oxygen is not. So, which is the lowest number? I should begin 2. So I wrote 2 over here. Now 2 carbons, 2 carbons, 2 oxygens, 2 oxygen plus 2 oxygen, 4 oxygen, and 2 to the 4 oxygen. Okay? See another one. It's from the book. Or see this one. CaCO3. How many calcium left? 1 calcium. How many calcium on left? 1 calcium. How many carbons on left side? How many carbons on right side? How many oxygens over here? How many oxygens over there? 1 and 2. Luckily, this one is already balanced. So we will write here, the equation is already balanced. Check these 4. Then we'll proceed to the next. Okay? So let's see another one. Let's check right now what is the situation here. Right now we have 1 potassium, 1 potassium, 1 nitrogen, luckily 1 nitrogen, How many oxygen do we have on left side? 3. And how many oxygen on right side? This is the first and the most important step to recognize the number of atoms present on left or right side. So how many oxygen do we have? 2 plus 2? 4. So except these two, oxygen is unbalanced. Okay? Now we are trying to balance it. मैंने attendance ले ली है. We'll try to balance it. Three oxygens, 4 oxygen, consecutive numbers. Okay, so 2 should be transferred over here. Now see, 2 3s are 6 oxygens. 2 potassium, 2 potassium. I repeat, 2 potassium now, 2 potassium now. 2 nitrogen, okay, 2 nitrogen, okay. How many oxygen do we have now? 2 3s are 6. How many oxygen now? 2 to the 4 or 2, 6. It's balanced. I'm sorry I did it in the question. Let me write it again and then we'll. Oh, sorry. Question was written upstairs, there at the top. So it's done correctly. What I wrote here, 2 over here and 2 over here. Okay. So what is the situation now? Potassium 2, potassium 2, nitrogen 2, nitrogen 2, oxygens 2 3 to the 6, 2 to the 4 or 2 6. You have to use your common general mathematics beside all your chemistry. It depends on your general math. There's a sense to solve mathematical work. If that sense you have at good point, it means you can do it easily. If it's not, you will have a lot of problem in it. Okay? Number 7. NaHCO3. Na2CO3 plus CO2 plus H2O. Plus CO2 plus H2O. So what is the status right now? What is the status right now? What is the status right now? How many sodiums? 1. How many sodiums? 2. How many hydrogens? 1. How many hydrogens? 2. Carbons? 1. Carbon? 1 this one this one. 2. Oxygens? Oxygens 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the current status. This is the current status. Rewriting again. Okay, all of you. One sodium, two sodium. So what can we do to make sodium balance with the help of this two? We have two sodium now and two sodium now. So sodium is balanced. Two sodium, two sodium. Now after writing this two, what is the current situation? How many hydrogens? Two hydrogens. Two hydrogens. So luckily hydrogen is also balanced. By writing this two sodium, fine. Two hydrogen, two hydrogen. This is pure chemistry, mathematical chemistry. You have to put a lot of effort. Anyway, two carbons, one and one, two carbons. Carbon is also balanced by writing this two. And what about oxygen? Two threes are six oxygen. 3, 4, 5, 6. So just by writing this two, we have balanced the equation. We'll write here the equation is balanced. You can write this at the end of each balanced reaction. As I told you, that just write two over here and the whole thing will become in order. All right? CaCO3 plus HCl. What do you call this CaCO3? Calcium carbonate. What was its name? Sodium bicarbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate. And what is this sodium carbonate? So this one is calcium carbonate. And what are the products? CaCl2 plus CO2 plus H2O. Okay? Little bit quicker this time. Rewriting the question. One calcium, one calcium. One carbon, one carbon. Three oxygens, two and one, three oxygens. 1 chlorine, 2 chlorine. Oh, 1 chlorine, 2 chlorine, 1 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen. So what should we do to balance these two? 1 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen. Very simple, just write 2 over here. Now it has become 2 hydrogens, 2 hydrogens, 2 chlorine, 2 chlorine. Let's recheck them again. 1 calcium, 1 calcium, 1 carbon, 1 carbon, 3 oxygens, 2 plus 1, 3 oxygens, 2 hydrogens, 2 hydrogens, 2 chlorine, 2 chlorine. So by writing this magical 2, you have balanced each and every component of the chemical equation. All right? And finally, the last one. Ammonia plus oxygen. NH3. What do you call NH3? Ammonia. Plus oxygen. NO plus H2O. Rewriting again. Try to understand it by yourself quickly. Recalling all the rules. 1 nitrogen balance, 3 hydrogens, 2 hydrogens. Consecutive numbers. So 2 I am writing over here, 3 I am writing over here. Now 2 nitrogen. Oh, I disturbed the number of nitrogens. 2 nitrogen, I will write 2 also here. 2 nitrogens, 2 nitrogens. 6 hydrogens, 6 hydrogens. How many oxygen left side? 2. How many oxygen right side? 2 and 3. 5. So this should be changed. So time is going to up. I'm leaving it for you as an personal assignment. Tomorrow we'll continue from here. Okay? And what is the homework right now? No homework. Whatever you have just heard, understood, try to memorize it, try to practice it. As you practice, you will understand it more. You will increase your understanding level. Let me wind up the so you can take the screenshot. After practicing whatever we did on the board, after practicing, only then you start this one, which you can see on the screen. Try. If you will be able to do it at least 50%, it's fine. So next, again tomorrow we'll continue the balancing of chemical equation. Have a nice day. Thank you.